Thank you, Deputy Speaker. The Minister of Finance is correct in stating in his budget speech that South Africa is at a crossroads and that we should take a serious look at what works and what does not work. Ironically, this division of revenue bill is tabled at a time when this country itself is a deeply divided country on many levels. So now is the time to be bold, to show leadership and to do what is right for long-term growth and employment creation. Meeste mense sal saamstem dat die insameling van belasting deur die ANC-regering 'n immorele oefening geword het omdat die spandering van die belasting in sonde geskied. Meeste mense weet ook dat daar waar wapens verskaf word vir immorele dade van terreur, dan moet die voorsiening van wapens ook gestaak word. Insgelyks bestaan daar iets soos monetêre terreur waar belastinggeld gebruik word vir immorele en twyfelagtige doeleindes. Indien die terreur 'n sekere vlak van staatskaping bereik, dan mag die belastingbetalers moontlik hulle steun onttrek aan die stelsel. Monetary terror is an insidious and kills its victims over a protracted period of time by visiting upon them hopelessness, poverty and hunger. The weapons of choice in this style of terror are well known to us in South Africa. For instance, by appropriating and dividing revenue to dysfunctional provincial and local governments, by allocating revenue to parastatals that are bankrupt and create little value, if any, by allocating in general resources to those who do not create anything but thin air and line their own pockets, by allowing a family to weave its tentacles around the state, by not paying service providers within 30 days as mandated by law, thus pushing them into bankruptcy, by taxing the productive sectors more in favor of the ruling class that produce nothing. Om die probleem te herstel gaan moed verg. Die minister kan begin deur nuttelose departemente soos die departement van arbeid en sport heeltemal te ontbind. Voeg die departemente van basiese onderwys en hoër onderwys saam. Amptenare wat nie diensverskaffers binne 30 dae betaal nie, moet persoonlik daarvoor verboed deur hulle salaris te verbeur totdat betalings wel geskied het. Hersien die nywerheidsbeleid wat nie werk skep nie en kom weg van ras as 'n merker vir ekonomiese ontwikkeling. Daar is talle ander voorstelle waarvoor daar ongelukkig nie vandag tyd is nie. Lastly, the white minority has sufficient reason to ask why they must keep financing the ANC government that is very quick to prosecute a frail old lady for racism, while they are merely staring into the void when a prominent member of this house has called for the eventual and ultimate extermination of whites. If you value those taxpayers, you will also take drastic action against this person.
Yes, Honourable Member, just 1 second. Yes, Honourable Member. Take your seat, Honourable Member. Honourable Alberts. Yes, Honourable Member.
Deputy Speaker, I want you to assist us, if it's parliamentary, to say, if it could be a language that we accept in this House, that the white minority is the one that is funding this country. I pay tax too. Because it can't be, that's very racist. Even if I buy a I pay tax through value-added tax. It's not only white people.
Honourable Member, please.
So it can't be parliamentary that we take platform and say the white minority is the one that is funding the ANC government to prosecute people.
No.
That's racist.
Honourable Member, we'll come back to you. My immediate,
and ANC people are quiet. I mean, really.
Honourable Member, my immediate reaction is that this is a political statement that must be dealt with politically. That's my immediate reaction to that. Go ahead, proceed, Honourable Member.
We think that the Minister of Finance is wrong, knows what is wrong in this country and what is right for this country.
Honourable Member, take your seat, Honourable Member.
The Honourable Member, secondly, is casting aspersions on a member of this House, arguing that there is a member here who has called on white people to be slaughtered. That's aspersions. He must tell us who that person is so that we can clarify him.
Take your seat, Honourable Member.
Otherwise, you can't cast aspersions on members of Parliament.
No, Honourable Member, take your seat. Until the member mentions people's names, he's not talking about us. Take your seat. Proceed, Honourable Member.
Thank you, Chairperson. I would like to answer the member, but I don't have enough time. I just want to say that the Minister must convince his own members in his party what is the right thing to do. As for the Honourable Member's complaint, I never said there's only white people paying tax. I said there are They are a portion of those people or a part of the tax-paying community. So you're putting
Honorable
words in my
Alberts,
mouth.
your time has expired, sir.
And I just want to say to you, if the shoe fits, you can wear it.
Honorable Swart.